Welcome to the Bin Whisperer for all your memes and madness. And let's get into some Antifa madness right now. So this is Antifa International. Check him out on Instagram. This is anti-fascist David Campbell. Came home Friday after serving a prison sentence for a crime he did not commit. Help him get back on his feet now that he's back with us. So he went to jail for 18 months, this bloke. We'll get into the story in a minute. He's fresh out of the clink, and they're running a fundraiser to sort of get him some funds, I guess. I don't know. So have a look at the bloke. Look at him. Bearded, glasses. You know, he looks like the sort of bloke that would be reading poetry in the park and doing Tai Chi. Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. So let's go have a read of the New York Post article on the... Oh, there he is there. What? Is that the same guy? Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Dude with a bomber jacket and a face mask getting escorted away from police. By police. Look at it. Look at him. Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Looks like a street thug. Okay, New York Post. Let's read. Antifa protester who attacked Trump supporter pleads guilty to assault. So he pled guilty. It's not like he... I mean, what's Antifa saying that a crime he did not commit? Then why did he plead guilty for? This is what I mean. Like, you guys are supposed to be standing up for injustice, you know, against fascists, you know, Nazis. Apparently the Nazis are back after, you know, a 70, 80-year hiatus. They're back in town, and you guys stand up to him, but he pleads guilty to something he didn't do. That makes no sense. Yeah. Anyway, so Antifa street thug can now look forward to continuing his fight from jail. David Campbell, 32, copped a plea for his role in the 2018 beatdown outside the Night for Freedom Party in Manhattan, organised by right-wing activist Mike Cernovich. I don't know who Mike Cernovich is, but I always take, you know, oh, he's right-wing as a, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Campbell pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony assault and will be sentenced on October 23 to 18 months in the slammer. Reps for Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance Jr. told the Post. Campbell was arrested near the venue, a nightclub at West 50th Street and 12th Avenue on January 20, 2018, after he punched and choked a 56-year-old man. The guy was 56 years old. He's 32. You followed a 56-year-old man who was leaving an event, you grub, and you punched and choked him. He followed him out of the event, police said. He was one of about 80 Antifa agitators protesting the gathering. There was 80 of them. Gee, they're real tough in a group, aren't they? And so Cernovich has said, when the Proud Boys, and this is bracketed, a far-right fraternal organisation, that's very debatable, when the Proud Boys got into a street fight with Antifa members, it was a nationwide story. The mayor and AG tweeted about the street fight. When Antifa attacked a 56-year-old man, silence from the press. This is so true. I mean, everybody heard about the Proud Boys. They're a right-wing domestic terrorist group and all this sort of shit because you go on the YouTube and you see nothing but Proud Boys absolutely demolishing Antifa. They can't fight, ladies and gentlemen. It's hilarious. So Cernovich is right there. And he goes on to say, now that the criminal case is closed, I will also be taking legal action against Mr. Campbell and his Confederates. It is time to find out who is funding Antifa. That is spot on. We need to find out who is funding Antifa. And just before we get into the next bit of Antifa madness, let's go and check out a meme here. Aliens watching Earth like this season is fire. Aliens watching Earth like this season is fire. That's beautiful. So now we shoot over to Antifa Sacramento. We've got a support Gage Halapowski 2021 thing going. This was, when was this posted? This was posted December last year. So Gage was arrested at a counter demonstration against the far right on June 29, 2019. He has been sentenced to 6 years in prison. Send him messages of solidarity and support in the new year. And there's his details there if you want to send him, top shit. I don't know, whatever. So Antifa Sacramento says anti-fascist political prisoner Gage Halapowski of Portland has been locked up since the 6th of 2019. He's doing 6 years. Let's keep the same energy of support and solidarity for our comrade in 2021. Hashtag support Gage, hashtag free Gage. California Katana Club says WTF. And Praxis Panzer Bjorn, what the hell did they charge him with? And let's check out the reply here. Antifa Sacro says first degree assault. And that's got 65 likes. So support Gage Halapowski. Now, let's go and check out what Gage Halapowski did. This is a Daily Mail article. Antifa-linked man, 24, is sentenced to nearly 6 years in prison for brutal baton attack in Portland that left his victim needing 25 staples to the head. A man has been linked to the far-left group Antifa, somebody's finally telling the truth, has been sentenced to nearly 6 years in prison after he was caught on camera attacking a man during a riot in Portland, Oregon. Victim Adam Kelly sat in court behind his attacker Gage Halapowski, 24, on Friday for the sentencing in relation to the June 29 incident that left him with a concussion and 25 staples for wounds to his head. A masked Halapowski used an expandable baton to deliver blows to the head of Kelly, who had rushed to help an older man who was being attacked outside the Nines Hotel on Southwest Morrison Street. These 20-somethings are attacking, elderly people. It's unbelievable. James Stock, 21, and Maria DeHart, 23, we will have a look at these two clowns in a minute, were also arrested during the incident where 8 others were harmed, including 3 cops and a conservative writer, Andy No. The guy on the left here, that is Gage Halapowski. Have a go at the mug. The guy on the right here, smiling with the nice beard, is Adam Kelly, the victim. The guy who got the old baton to the head. Oh, look at the damage. Look at his head. This is snapshots from the video that caught Gage hitting Kelly, Mr. Kelly, over the head. There you go. In court Friday, Multnomah County Deputy District Attorney Melissa Marrero said Halapowski hitting Kelly was completely unexplainable, completely avoidable, and didn't need to happen. I think most of Antifa's actions are completely unexplainable, but yeah, this is pretty typical of them. This was an extremely chaotic and rapidly unfolding situation. Multnomah said, and I think they mean Marrero said, about Kelly, who was kicked and punched while already on the ground. So this guy's already on the ground after he took that flogging to the noggin. Pepper spray and other weapons were used throughout this violent clash. The sound of the blow was sickening and caused people who heard it and saw it to gasp. The intentionality of Mr. Halapowski was extremely egregious, and injuries to Mr. Kelly could have been much worse. That's right, because he could have died. Marrero said they are lucky Kelly survived and noted that they were originally considering riot charges alongside a first-degree assault charge before he was convicted for only the assault in second degree. These charges would have been dropped because he took a plea deal. That's what happened. Unlawful use of a weapon, attempted assault of a public safety officer, and interfering with a peace officer charges were also dropped as part of a plea deal. Halapowski was also accused of punching a cop in the arm during his arrest. Jesus, have a go at his head. Look at that. Oh, my days. Halapowski originally faced 90 months behind bars, but his attorney said they felt they had no choice but to accept a plea deal for the 70-month sentence due to Oregon's one strike and you're out Measure 11. Now, his lawyer's trying to make out like, oh, they had no choice. It was partly because of Measure 11, but also the fact this moron did it on camera and everybody saw him do it. That's part of the reason. Personally, I wouldn't have given him the plea deal, and he probably would have went to jail for a lot longer than that. I would have been like, if I was the victim, if I was Adam Kelly, I would have said, stack the charges. Stack the charges, bro. Edward Kroll said his client made a really terrible decision, but argued he only hit Kelly once, and 2 others were involved. Seriously, he only hit him once. I only hit him once with the baton. Like, seriously, it wasn't me. I mean, how much damage are you going to do with 1 hit to the noggin from a baton? Like, 1 hit. That, I don't believe he only hit him once, but, you know, okay, fair enough. Let's just pretend that's true. Kroll said it was one of the harshest sentences I've seen for someone with no criminal background and a young age. He's 24 years old. When are we going to start making 24-year-olds accountable for their actions? He's not some sort of child. I'm surprised they weren't, you know, walking around with a picture of him when he was in year 9. You know, look what they're doing to this kid. He's 24 years old. He's a man. Oh, my days. These are the other 2 morons that got done. So on the left is Maria DeHart. She's 23. And on the right there's James Stocks, 21. Beautiful man. They both got 50 hours community service. And look, I'm not surprised because they both look like they couldn't punch their way out of a wet paper bag. So, but yeah, so this is how they spin it. So we've just read the article from the Daily Mail as to why he got sentenced to 6 years. And you go over to Instagram and there you go. Look, you know, he's a political prisoner. Political prisoner. Going to jail for something he didn't do. This is how they spin things. Unbelievable.